This is just jelly.
Yeah, this is peanut butter. I figured you might not want to kiss me, and I know how much you like peanut butter and jelly, and I thought maybe if you were hungry enough. Plus, I'm a
Oh my God.
So I didn't want to mix them together because I'd probably screw up the portions, and I don't have a measuring cup, so it's like...
Gross. They're gonna tongue kiss their peanut butter and jelly together? Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I want to watch the Orville Season 1, Episode 12, entitled Mad Idolatry. This is the season finale, and the last one kind of sucked, I have to say. I think it's probably the weakest one in the whole season, in my opinion. This is bound to be better. A finale, you know, they're going to want to save one of their good ones for the finale. Mad Idolatry, though. They go down to a planet where everyone's worshiping idols. That's my guess. Then we'll be moving into Season 2. Like, subscribe, comment. If you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon's down below. And yeah, let's do it.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, Ed. What's up?
Hey, it's after shift. I was going to see if you want to get a beer.
Oh, I totally would, but I'm all jammed up here.
Oh, all good? Just figured I'd check.
Jammed up? Like I'm in my jammies?
Yeah, no, I got it.
I didn't get that.
Hey, John, I was just seeing what you're up to. I was thinking about grabbing a drink in the mess hall.
Man, that's really nice of you, but right now is not the best time.
Oh, that's all good. No worries.
Johnny, was it? Oh, Captain.
Ensign Turco, hey.
Smoking
I'm sorry to
weed.
bother you guys.
It's all good.
Do you want to come in and have a drink with us?
You know, I just remembered I have an early morning tomorrow, so I...
Oh, dang, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's pretty hilarious.
Am I suspected of some misdeed?
No, Bortus, for God's sake, this is a social call. I just wanted to see if you wanted to have a drink.
You are welcome to join us for a glass of absada.
Whatever that is, sounds great. Thanks.
It is aged 9 years.
Man, if it looks like this going in, I'm afraid of what it looks like coming out.
Absada does not come out. It grows into a parasite within the body.
What do Mocklins do for fun off-duty? Do you guys play, like, board games or anything like that?
There is a popular Mocklin game called Latchcomb that we play from time to time.
Oh, well, break it out. Show me.
It is not for humans.
There's so much I don't know about your culture. I want to learn.
I will pass the Latchcomb to you, then you pass it to whomever you wish as quickly as possible.
All right. So, what, does this just go on until somebody...
Jesus fuck. God almighty. This guy's hand is bandaged. That was hilarious.
Hey, do you feel like going down to the mess hall for a late one?
Sure.
You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking since Derulio was on board.
So have I.
I mean, he basically implied that it was the Retepsian pheromone that made you...
I know.
Maybe it wasn't really your fault. I miss you. Man, I have been lonely this past year. I had just gotten so used to putting you out of my mind that I just never even considered getting back together.
Do you want to get back together?
What do you say we do a date this week?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Whoa, easy. We're moving into uncharted space tomorrow. You don't want to be hungover.
Call it a celebratory drink.
All right, screw it. Let's do this.
Okay. Of course. Is this gonna be on again, off again for 3 seasons?
I'll never get used to that sight. An uncharted star that's just waiting for us to come along and discover it. It's
Look at
amazing,
it,
isn't
knock
it?
over.
It's really bright.
Isaac, can you reduce the illumination on the viewer?
Reducing illumination by 20%.
I'm picking up some unusual readings.
It appears to be emanating from beyond the star's photosphere.
Do you mind shutting off that beeping, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Captain, I would like to take a shuttle to investigate at closer range.
Or we could just come back tomorrow and see if it's still here.
This could be a find of some importance. It would be foolish to squander the opportunity.
It's fine, I'll go with you.
Kelly, No unnecessary risks. All right, give it a wide berth.
Don't worry, we'll make it quick.
This is a pretty good depiction of being
Approaching
hungover.
the coordinates of the anomaly.
Okay, slow us down.
It is almost as if the fabric of space itself is...
Somehow I saw that coming.
It's atmosphere.
How's it possible? We're in space.
Not anymore.
What is that?
It is a planet.
I know it's a planet. Where the hell did it come from?
It just appeared out of thin air.
Shuttle to Orville. We've lost partial helm control. Unable to stabilize. We're gonna try to set down somewhere if we can.
Ah! Does not look good. Ah! That was a good That was a good hook teaser. This one looks good so far.
This is not the day for a hangover.
Yeah.
What happened?
It appears the instantaneous transition from vacuum to atmosphere caused an overload in the engine core. I believe Lieutenant Malloy and I can repair it within the hour.
Begin multispectral scans. I want to know everything there is to know about that planet and where it came from.
Aye, sir.
So some kind of spatial anomaly, and then this planet just appeared.
I'm gonna take a look around. Don't leave without me, huh?
We'll be here.
They shouldn't be like wandering off alone. That should be against protocol.
Grayson to shuttle.
Malloy here.
There are life forms on this planet. Humanoid. I see a village in the distance. It looks like Bronze Age level development, but it's hard to tell. I'm gonna try to get a closer look.
I remind you to use caution.
I know, cultural contamination. I don't need you to remind me of the rules.
There is no need to be. What does Captain Mercer call it? Pissy.
I won't let them see me.
This is too dangerous. You get captured. Oh, maybe they're gonna be worshipped.
Oh my God. Hey, you hear me? Are you okay? Please, wait. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's a pretty nasty cut you have there. I can use this to make it better.
This is a bad idea.
Ready? It's okay. See? All better.
Ah,
Oh, crap. I feel better, honey. Time for me to go.
is this gonna be like a Prime Directive type episode? We worship the Kelly.
You'll remain in orbit another 72 hours to continue scanning. If we're still in the dark after that, we'll send a science vessel to relieve you.
All right. Thanks, Admiral.
Ozawa out.
Why didn't you tell her?
You helped out a kid, that's all. Union policy would have had you leave that kid to die, just to avoid cultural contamination.
Didn't look like she was about to die.
I just forgot to include it in my report.
I owe you one.
We still owe each other a date.
Well, what's gonna happen? I mean, they theoretically aren't going back down to the planet.
Okay.
There is still nothing in the scans to offer insight into the planet's origin.
We should get like a Monopoly game going or something. Is this too many people?
I will fetch the Latchcom.
No!
Captain! Planet just disappeared.
What the hell is going on here?
Sir, I may have a theory. I believe what we have encountered is a planet locked in a multiphasic orbit.
Okay, let's pretend I don't know what that is.
Do you know what that is?
I do not.
A planet orbits a star, but its orbit is divided between two universes.
That's trippy.
We could wait for the planet to re-enter our universe.
How long will that take?
Based on the mass of the star and the geometry of the orbit, about 11 days.
Well then, looks like we wait.
Just sit in orbit for 11 days? What are we supposed to do?
What?
I forgot what a terrible cook you are.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's terrible. See, I was afraid of that, and I didn't want to use synthesized food tonight, so I made a backup. Peanut butter and jelly is impossible to screw up.
You know, these jobs we've chosen, they condition you to be okay being by yourself. After a while, you start to think that giving yourself over to someone else is some kind of weakness, even though it's exactly what you need. This is just jelly.
Yeah, this is peanut butter. I figured you might not want to kiss me, and I know how much you like peanut butter and jelly, and I thought maybe if you were hungry enough. Plus, I'm a
Oh my
cook,
God.
So I didn't want to mix them together because I'd probably screw up the portions, and I don't have a measuring cup, so it's like.
Gross. They're gonna tongue kiss their peanut butter and jelly together?
You are a much better cook than I am.
All right. Something's gonna go wrong. The planet will come back and there'll be like a planet of Kelly worshippers.
Here it comes.
That's cool.
My scans of the planet's surface are showing radical alterations.
In what way?
It is my
Yeah, it's got
understanding that you describe the
time.
civilization comparable in development to Earth's Bronze Age.
I did.
Scans are now showing much more extensive architecture.
Yeah.
Increase in the number of life forms on the surface.
But that is impossible.
How could that happen in 11 days?
Drugs?
Gordon, John, prep a shuttle.
So time passes differently in the other universe. And now they're going to be a planet of Kelly worshippers. And it will have been, 5,000 years or something.
Engaging cloak.
Oh, they have a cloaking device? Have we seen that before?
What we're seeing looks like a 14th century city.
Scans have revealed a temporal inconsistency, indicating that when the planet moves out of our universe and into the other, its time constant undergoes an acceleration.
Can you translate that for dumb guys who might also be a little drunk?
11 days have passed for us, but for the planet, approximately 700 years have elapsed.
I don't know what these people are wearing if we're going to synthesize the proper clothing.
There might be a faster way.
Gonna steal clothes?
So we travel hundreds of light years from Earth to steal somebody's laundry.
We'll give it back later. Just keep it quiet.
Why don't they just synthesize, if they can synthesize clothing? Yeah, duh. She's gonna go, it's the Kelly.
Please, will you bless my son?
What?
I'm a simple farmer, not worthy of your favor, but please, I implore you, bless my child.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Please.
Just say, okay, he's blessed.
I hope your kid grows up and does a lot of good stuff, and
And doesn't get any girls pregnant.
doesn't get any girls pregnant. Stay in school.
Amen.
Thank you.
The Kelly. It's gonna be like a statue of her or something.
We need more information.
Captain, look.
My God.
Those are people that are anti the Kelly.
Excuse me. We were wondering if you could tell us who these people are.
Some people never see the light.
Did they commit some crime?
Indeed, the very worst. They are deniers, put on display as a lesson to others who would consider forsaking the word.
What word?
Why, the word of Kelly.
I knew it. All right, that was easily guessed. It wasn't a mystery, but it's still pretty good.
I said, don't run off. What happens if you disobey your mother?
Kelly will get me.
That's right.
Kelly.
Kelly's watching you all the time. She knows when you've been bad, and she'll punish you. Now, come on, go with that.
Ed, this is a nightmare.
Bring out the accused!
They need to get the fuck out of here and just leave it.
These three are accused of theft. They will now be judged.
Hey, whatever you're thinking, don't.
Oh, great and mighty Kelly, we present to you these three accused, so that you may, in your infinite wisdom, reveal to us their innocence or their guilt. If they be honest and true, we ask you to heal them now.
Hey, no.
Ed, I have to stop this. If I tell them to stop, they will.
Think for a second, okay? You're gonna go up there and do what? Issue a commandment? That is quite possibly the worst thing you could do right now.
Yeah, stupid Ed. Nobody's gonna think you're the Kelly.
There's a large central structure just to the north of here.
Let's go.
There's gotta be a big statue of her.
Oh, yeah, we're in a lot of trouble. Shuttle never intended to go down there in the first place.
I'm aware of the circumstances, Captain. If you ever again edit a report to protect one of your officers, you'll find yourself scrubbing toilets at Union Point. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. What do you want us to do about the planet?
A culture that progresses 700 years every 11 days is bound to achieve space travel in less than a month. Let them come to you. You're not to return to the surface before then. That's an order.
Admiral, maybe we could convince them.
That's an order.
Understood.
Yeah.
In order.
What?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I thought you... I'm so sorry, please. Admiral, have mercy.
mercy, please. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Dipshit.
Kel, I'm sorry, but you can't blame yourself for any of this.
I watched 3 people murdered in my name. You're damn right I blame myself. And now I'm forbidden to even try and fix it. I mean, how many more people are gonna die down there in the name of Kelly? I wanna be alone.
She's gonna go down there and try to fix it before, and then we're gonna see what happens in the next iteration. I hope. It doesn't really matter though, because a culture like that, I mean, we have all that in our past. It kind of doesn't matter what the thing is. People are gonna go through that period.
Get dressed. We're going back.
They should put her back in her uniform.
You have 31 minutes until the planet phases out of our universe.
Acknowledged. Mercer out.
This boy was caught eating fruit from a tree on church lands.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Take him to the square and cut him.
Your Grace, please, be merciful.
Kelly is merciful, my young one.
No, please.
Stop.
Who are you? The Volundus does not see peasants.
We are not peasants.
Shit. Oh, shit. Good one.
Oh, merciful Kelly.
Merciful Kelly.
It's you.
Yeah.
You are here in all your magnificence.
Look, there's been a little misunderstanding. I'm not who you think I am.
But you are. Healer of men, God of all creation.
Man, this guy'd be the perfect boyfriend.
Listen to me. I'm not any of those things. What exactly do your scrolls say?
They tell of a young girl who was injured. You came down from your mountaintop domain and healed her with your touch.
First of all, I would never live on a mountaintop. I'm not an outdoorsy person. Second of all, I didn't heal that girl with my touch. I used a tool, like you would use a garden hoe or a hammer. I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it.
You bleed. We have witnessed the miracle.
No, it's not a miracle. It's just a machine. You try it. Push that button right there and run this over your hand.
This is interesting. They never really do this like in Star Trek, you know, but you feel like it's not going to work.
I did this?
Exactly. You did that, not me. Because it's the machine that heals.
The great healing was 700 years ago. Surely you are immortal.
No, time just moves differently for my people than it does for you.
Go ahead.
The planet will begin its dimensional shift in approximately 9 minutes.
We gotta go.
Volundus, I'm a traveler from a faraway place who has impacted your world in a way that my people try to avoid at all costs. But I am not a god. Do you believe me?
I have seen you bleed. A god does not bleed.
Exactly. Spread the word far and wide to your people. Kelly does not deserve their worship.
How's this gonna come out? There's only 10 minutes left. One person cannot do this. He's just gonna be seen as a heretic.
May I ask what you plan to do?
I do not know, but this cannot be kept from the people.
Surely that would be a mistake.
How so?
The belief in Kelly is not merely a source of comfort for the people. They fear her as well. And as the guardians of the word of Kelly, they fear us. Should that fear come into doubt, our ability to govern may be compromised.
Yeah.
The truth must never be compromised.
Of course.
The people must decide for themselves.
As you wish.
He's gonna kill him. Yeah, I knew it. Well, then nothing's gonna change. Gonna see them 11 days, it'll be...
Scans indicate the planet is about to re-emerge into our universe.
Oh, shit.
I am detecting artificial satellites in orbit, industrial pollution, and wide-range broadcast signals.
Scan broadcast signals for any mention of Kelly.
749,682 results.
No.
And the word of Kelly was spoken unto them. And they did marvel at her glory.
A depiction of the first healing in a publicly funded educational facility is inappropriate.
The bloodshed continues in Outer Chikora today as dissidents launch an attack on the Temple of Kelly and have nations rock the ancient city.
See, it doesn't really matter. It could be anything. The fact that it's her.
What went wrong? I thought you convinced them.
There just wasn't enough time. If I had a week or a month down there, I might be able to see it through, but...
What if we left something there?
What if I stayed behind?
No!
To help guide them out of the mess that I got them into.
Kelly, you'll die there.
I know.
No, that's not an option.
I could go. My artificial construct is capable of enduring for millions of years.
Yeah, I thought of that
I do
too.
not process the passage of time in the way you do.
You'd be there for 7 centuries.
I am aware of this, Chief Lamar.
Well, how would you do it? Just walk in and say, hi, I'm from another planet, I'm here to fix you?
I would not put it so artlessly, but yes.
It's 700 years.
700 seconds to me, Captain. I have arrived safely.
I'll never be able to repay you for what you're doing.
Recompense is unnecessary, Commander. Captain, I believe the planet is beginning to phase. We will not be able to communicate for much longer.
Wow! This is going to be really interesting. When they come back, they probably will have, like, spaceships and shit flying around.
See you soon.
This is going to be really intriguing. What's going to happen?
Mercer to Grayson.
They're all going to be worshipping
Yes,
Isaac.
The planet is about to reemerge.
You okay?
Yes. No.
I mean, whatever.
It is re-emerging.
Highly anticipating this moment. Wow! Turned it into a Borg planet?
Captain, there is a vessel approaching.
Sir, the alien ship is hailing us. They're asking permission to come aboard.
Granted.
Wow.
We thought it was about time we returned your artificial life form to you.
Wow, look at that planet.
Isaac.
It was quite fascinating to be able to study the evolution of a society from the computer era to the age of quantum drive in real time.
Isaac has been a part of our world for centuries. When he arrived 700 years ago, it shook the planet. But we quickly became used to his presence, and our world advanced just as it would have without him.
You no longer believe in Kelly.
Only in the sense that she's a human aboard a Union starship.
I am so very, very sorry for all of the trouble that I've caused.
Don't be. Our society has become a spacefaring culture with ships spread out across the galaxy. We wouldn't have gotten where we are without growing pains.
Our planet worshipped you as a deity for many centuries, but had it not been you, the mythology would have found another face. It's a part of the
see?
It's one of the stages of learning. And eventually, it brought us here.
You didn't poison our culture with false faith. We flourish. You must have faith in reason and in the endurance of the logical mind.
It won't be long before you advance millennia past us.
Perhaps then we will study you.
We'd be honored.
That was good. Now it's gonna be like, I think we should break up.
Hey, do you still want to get drunk?
This isn't gonna work.
You mean us?
None of this should have happened. You defied an admiral's orders to protect me, and it sent our science officer into a 700-year exile. You and I, together, it jeopardizes your command. It jeopardizes the smooth operation of the ship, and it jeopardizes our friendship. It can't happen.
When I'm really honest with myself, I know that you're right. But that doesn't change the way I feel.
For now, those are feelings we need to forget.
Yeah, that's true.
Dismissed, Captain.
Dismissed, Commander.
That's legit. I can still get drunk together after they get over this little hump. I think lately they've been taking longer to jump into the credits, even though it's obvious it's going to happen. Anyway, that was good. That was really good. I do feel like I anticipated most of it all the time. You know what I mean? Like they took whatever. Maybe they're getting their bearings a little bit, but like, you know, it was pretty easy to guess what was going to happen. In a way, it's so easy it didn't seem like they're really hiding it. It's just that they were slow to figure it out, and we figured it out like many minutes before. And then on top of it, I even kind of had the thought of like, oh, they could send Isaac down there. I didn't say it, so you have to trust me on that. But I had that thought, and then 30 seconds later, they were like, I can go down there, Captain. You weren't in that much suspense, which is okay. I mean, I still think it was a really good episode. It was a cool idea. And it was a good story. And it was funny. Sometimes they just make Gordon say something to be whatever, and it's kind of funny, but not that funny, even though he is kind of one of the funnier guys. But yeah, so the whole thing was, I mean, and this is, I guess, a criticism of it, but I have to say I really liked the episode. But yeah, the whole thing was sort of telegraphed, you know, the whole time. Like you kind of knew it was going to go. They were going to come back and be industrial, and then they were going to come back and be like more like or the now time, you know, in the Orville, like flying around spaceships and stuff. And then their conclusion that they kind of told Kelly was what I'd kind of been saying, which is it doesn't really matter whether it's Kelly that they're worshiping or not, you know. Everyone's going to go through their Middle Ages and worship whatever and torture people and then get up to a more modern time and then get up, you know. At least we don't really know that that's true because we don't only know about this planet, but like if there were a bunch of humanoid like things around and everything like that, then, you know. I do get bothered by the everyone speaks English thing. And then, but you know, you have to kind of suspend that because that's not a thing. But then when she starts going, just like you would use a hammer, it's like they have hammers and they call them hammers. It's like, what is this hammer of which you speak? This is the kind of thing you would see in Star Trek, right? And you'd want them to kind of do sort of what she did. I don't think it necessarily is the best way to go about it. Like, I'm going to go to the Pope and tell the Pope, hey, I'm just an alien. I'm not really a god. And then he's going to turn around and spread the word. And somehow that's going to work to fix the society. To not believe in this god that everyone's just culturally has endemic in their lives now, you know? I mean, that doesn't seem like it would really work. But I do like the idea of her trying to be like, look, here's how it works, you know? Let me show you. It's just a tool. Here, you do it to yourself. See, it's just a tool. And kind of convincing him, like, I'm not a god. There is an episode of Picard where Picard, oh, we worship the Picard. That's kind of like that, too. Where they have to kind of convince, oh, look, I'm not a god. It's the same idea, done slightly differently. I do like the idea that they kind of took the cultural contamination idea that usually, like in the Picard episode, for example, they just leave that planet like that. But here they are able to show that it doesn't really matter that they worship you. They're, you know, if they're inclined to start worshiping something that quickly and make a religion around it anyway, they will have done that, you know, without this minor incident that could be just in their past that could be completely fictional, like Moses parting the Red Sea or something, you know, that doesn't necessarily have to come from a, you know, they're often trying to go, well, perhaps there was a, try to scientifically explain how the Red Sea could have gotten parted. If there's a giant tidal wave coming in, it would have drawn the waters out, you know, or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be hinge on a real event, you know. It might hinge on some kind of event, but in the thousands of years of game of telephone, it turns out to be, you know, some epic myth. But anyway, it's super interesting. I thought it was pretty well done. And anyway, they come to that same conclusion. They kind of were telling her, don't worry about it. Every society has to go through its growing pains, and, you know, that was ours, and you didn't really, you know, you have to trust reason, trust the rational mind to eventually kind of figure this stuff out. So that's a cool idea, especially when we seem to be in a bit of a cultural backswing sometimes, and at the moment, you know, to believe that, well, this is just maybe a swing in that direction. You know, I'd like to believe in a more ideal future of enlightened humanity, but it's sometimes hard when you watch television these days, watch the news these days. But anyway, very cool. And yep, so awesome. So next we start season 2, Jaloja. I'm very intrigued to see season 2. I'm very intrigued to see when did season 2 start. Let's see if I can, should I look something up without... So season 2 was in 2018, and season 1 came out in 2017. So I guess they just did it year after year there. Cool. Yeah, so awesome. Thanks for joining me, and I'm eager to go into season 2. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon's down below, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.